Hey, so look, y'all, I was spending some time in prayer and I was reading the Psalms, Psalms 8. Now, I've read this before in times past, but it hit me differently this time around. And I'm noticing that a lot lately. It's like back when I was professing to be a Christian, I used to read the Bible and have time, spend time in studying, studying the Word of God. And I would have my aha moments, definitely. But this time around, after going through all that I've gone through, after turning away from God for a period of time, following false doctrine and worshiping other gods and idols, things of that sort. It's like after having this experience and seeing how God moved and bringing me back into the fold, into his loving arms, it's like when I read his word, it hits me differently. It hits deep. It's like my mind or my eyes of understanding has been opened that much more. And I am truly grateful. I am truly grateful for all that God has done. Like I've said in videos in times past, I was worthy of death for what I've done. If we were still under, uh, the laws and how they did it back then, that's not to say that the laws have been done away with. But the repercussions of it, if it had not been for, God sending his son, all of us would be dead. Every last one of us. And when I speak of us, I'm speaking in terms of God's people, the daughters and sons of Zion, black people, just to make it plainly, since that's what everybody, know us as or has been labeled us as. But I was reading Psalms 8. And when I read it, the verses that I read, it's like God thought that much of us. God loved us that much to put us in that position. And yet, we have the audacity to be disrespectful and to cheat on God by worshiping other idols, by following false doctrines, by not heeding to his word and his commandments. And then we turn around with that same attitude and look for God's hand to bless us. How dare we? We have some nerve as a people. But what I want to read this to you guys. And I pray that God gives you an ear to hear, and a heart to receive and understand. Because this is serious, y'all. We as a people, this is serious. As a chosen people, think about that. Psalms 8. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm trying not to get emotional here, y'all, so excuse me. Psalms 8 and 4, it says, "What is man that thou art mindful of him, and the son of man that thou visited him?" God thinks of us. He thought of us in everything that he did. Everything. And his love for us is so great that even in the midst of us going through, and even despite us, turning away, he still extends his hand of grace and mercy. Verse 5, for thou hast made him a little lower than the angels, and hast crowned him with glory and honor. Angels, y'all. God, we have the audacity again to open our mouths with the same breath that we curse God, that we dishonor him, that we disrespect him, and ask him to bless us or to help us when we're going through something. But yet, God is the same today, yesterday, and forever. He's always the same, despite our fickleness, despite our heckling. Was it I forget that Jekyll and Hyde or whatever they call that two-faced thing. Despite that, God is still faithful. We owe him everything, and he owes us absolutely nothing. He's given it all to us, and we threw it all away, and we continue to throw it all away. It's late. I'm not going to get off into it because I got to be up in the morning. But if you have some time, just think about it. Go back and read Psalms 8. Read the whole thing. And really let that sink in. Look at your life and how you've been with God. Have you truly been faithful to God? Can you truly say that you're worthy of God's blessings? Can you truly say that? We owe him, y'all. As a people, Zion, we owe our God big time. Big time. And time is running out quickly. If you have not turned back to God, by the end, it's going to be too late for you. Too late. Think about this. In the meantime, guys, peace, love, and blessings. Mwah.